In this video, we will see how to change the domain of your website on Framework360. First, we need to access the Settings option at the bottom of the sidebar and then Configuration. Here we will find the Domains tab. As we can see here, we will find the domain we selected during the environment creation phase, and we can change it. The courtesy subdomain, which always remains .framework360.it. In this case, it is Otarosa Framework360.it. But if we have our own custom domain, we just need to uncheck the box. And then, of course, we need to point the domain we purchased to companies such as Register It. We see that we can go here, register a domain, for example, hotelrosafdemo.it, search for it, and register it by proceeding here in the cart. And then, once the domain is purchased, go in here, enter it in this input, and then save. Be careful, because if we buy a domain but do not point the A record would be the record that essentially opens the website. To this IP address, our site will no longer open. As a result, it will remain a blank page and continue loading, clearly not finding the direction to the platform. Therefore, when we buy a domain, we always go into the DNS of the domain itself and set it as a record to the IP address of Framework360. By doing so, once the propagation has occurred, which usually takes between 24 to 48 hours, we can also go and change it within the area we just saw and then save. At that point, our website will no longer open under the previous domain.framework360.it. But it will open by searching for the final domain that we purchased from the domain registration company. If we want to change the backend domain, which is the domain we access if we want to enter our area, we will simply need to go down to the backend section and then change it, for example, by entering the same name we used here without extensions, because it will always remain in this case, Terosa fvdemo.myframework360.it. Therefore, it varies compared to the courtesy subdomain of the front, due to the fact that there is an extra my, which indicates that it is the reserved area. If you want to add additional domains, you just need to enter them here and point each of these domains always with the A record to the IP address of Framework360. Then we will enter the domain here, and by saving, we can then link the additional domains to our respective pages, clearly within the website pages,